I recommend if you want to practice playing over changes, which is in a sense just playing over harmony beyond key center. I recommend getting a real book. I'm not sure how much they are. They may be $35 or something, $40. I'm not sure. It sounds like it's a lot, but it's 500 pages of tunes. So I mean, it's really handy. And the tunes are all jazz tunes, with the exceptions of a few tunes that jazz guys made popular in the jazz world, and they ended up there, like a Beatles song and some Disney songs as well. But mostly it's songs like John Coltrane songs and some Charlie Parker songs and Miles Davis songs and stuff like that. But what's really handy about it is that we can take a concept to practice, of which there are many to choose from, and we can take one and go, I want to work on this thing. And then you can kind of just play through the form of a tune and then look at the tune next to it and do the same and then flip the page. And it keeps your mind exercised. It's kind of like if you were or had a piano student where you'll find that like you give them an assignment and they read it a few times and without consciously doing it, they'll will memorize it. You know what I mean? Just because the brain is so savvy to cling on to the earth around it. Um, you memorize things whether you intend to or not. And so what happens then is that uh, they're not reading when they are memorizing. So there's a balance to strike. And that's why going through new stuff all the time helps reading. In the same way, playing through changes where you deal with three major types of chords, right? Major seven, minor seven, and dominant seven. These are like our three mainstream chords. They're the only chords in the harmonized scale besides the diminished or the half diminished chord, depending if it's a seventh or not. And so the diminished one is pretty marginal. I mean, right? It's on the outskirts of our possibilities. Mostly what we deal with is major seven, minor seven, and dominant seven. So every song will be built out of those chords. Sometimes there'll be some extensions, but those are very peripheral, like a sharp 11 on something, where it's an extension. And and yeah, I mean that's what most tunes are going to be made out of, those three chords. So what you can do is you can kind of play through a tune, turn to the next page, and you'll be facing the same chord qualities like major seven and so forth, but they won't be in the same order, and they may not be the same key. You may have, like, instead of a G, you may have a G flat or something, followed by. Basically, it puts you into a new situation where you have to utilize the same skills that you're working on, but in a different environment, different situation. So I find the real book to be really helpful that way because it's 500 pages. If you spent 1 minute on every page, you know what I mean? Uh, you could just flip through 60 pages a day and have a consistently stimulated experience where it wouldn't be any repeat that way. Cool? Exactly. Exactly.